You walk past the crib and don't say a word. Just a glance, then you're gone. You think that moment vanished into nothing. It didn't. Your baby's brain just filed it away, quietly, permanently, in a place words can't even reach yet. Here's what almost nobody tells new parents. Memory doesn't start when your child starts talking. Long before your baby can say mama, or point at a dog and call it doggy, their nervous system is already building a private archive of you, your voice, your smell, the rhythm of your footsteps down the hall. And it's not the expensive stroller or the developmental flashcards doing the real work here. It's the 1,000 tiny, forgettable moments you're not even trying to get right. Stay with me, because the fifth thing on this list is going to change the way you think about every single interaction you have with your child, starting today. 1. The sound of your voice, specifically the way you said their name for the very first time. Researchers studying prenatal hearing, including work out of the University of Kansas, have found that babies can recognize their mother's voice within hours of birth, having already tuned into its pitch and rhythm in the womb. That's not a coincidence. The auditory pathways in a baby's brain are among the earliest to mature, wiring your voice into their sense of safety before their eyes have even learned to focus properly. Somewhere in your child, underneath language, underneath memory as we usually think of it, the first sound of your voice is still playing on a loop. 2. The specific way you respond when they cry. This is where developmental psychologist Mary Ainsworth's attachment research comes in. Her studies on how caregivers respond to infant distress became the foundation for what we now call secure attachment. When you pick your baby up, when you speak low and steady instead of panicking, their nervous system is quietly learning a rule: distress gets met with comfort. That rule doesn't stay a memory in the traditional sense. It becomes a blueprint, wired into how they'll expect relationships to work for the rest of their life. Every time you answer a cry, you're not just soothing a moment. You're writing the first sentence of their emotional autobiography. 3. Your face when they do something wrong. Psychologist Edward Tronick's famous still face experiment showed something unsettling. When a parent's face goes flat and unresponsive, even for a couple of minutes, babies become visibly distressed, reaching out, trying everything to get that expression back. Your face is one of the very first mirrors your child ever looks into, and they read it constantly for information about whether the world is safe. It's not the mistake they remember, it's whether your face told them they were still loved while they made it. 4. The way you touch them when you're not even thinking about it. A hand on the back while they fall asleep, fingers through their hair during a movie, the particular way you hold their hand crossing a street. Neuroscience research on touch and early development, much of it building on the pioneering work of Tiffany Field at the Touch Research Institute, has shown that physical contact triggers the release of oxytocin and helps regulate a baby's stress hormones directly. Touch isn't just comfort in the moment, it's literally shaping how their body learns to calm itself down for decades to come. Your hands are teaching a lesson your baby will use long after they've forgotten your face from this exact age. If this is resonating with you, take a second to hit subscribe. We publish new videos every week exploring exactly how your baby's mind is being built. 5. And here's the one I promised would change how you see all of this. The emotional tone of your ordinary, unremarkable days. Not the birthday parties, not the vacations. Researchers studying implicit memory in early childhood have found that while babies can't consciously recall specific events from infancy, the emotional patterns of daily life. Was the house calm? Was affection frequent? Was stress the exception or the rule? Get encoded at a level deeper than fact-based memory. It's called procedural or emotional memory, and it doesn't need a photograph to exist. It's why some adults feel an inexplicable sense of safety in a certain kind of quiet, or comfort in a certain smell, with no idea why. Your child may never consciously remember this random Tuesday, but their nervous system will carry its emotional temperature for the rest of their life. So here's the truth underneath all 5 of these. It was never about the toys, the classes, the gadgets promising to boost your baby's IQ. It was your voice, your face, your hands, your ordinary Tuesdays, doing the real architecture of their mind the whole time. And if you're sitting there replaying the moments you got wrong, the times you snapped, the days you were too exhausted to be patient, take a breath. Take a breath. Connection isn't about being perfect in every single moment. It's about the overall pattern, the general climate of love a child grows up inside of. You don't have to get it right every time. You just have to keep showing up. So tell me, what's one small, ordinary moment with your child that you hope they carry with them forever? Put it in the comments. I genuinely want to know. And if you found this valuable, hit subscribe so you don't miss what we're covering next. I read every single one of your comments.